Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we're going to be talking about how to set up TikTok Studio properly. My name is Ollie. If you haven't seen me in the agency before and you're relatively new, I live stream video games on TikTok basically every single day, and I absolutely love it. And the main thing that I use to be able to stream it is TikTok Studio. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So as you can see from my desktop, I've already got it installed right here. We can stream through this. There are people that do like to use this, but we're not going to be talking about this because we don't like this. Personally, I absolutely loathe it. So we're going to be using TikTok Live Studio. You can just literally go on Google, type in TikTok Live Studio, and it will literally be the first one. Download Live Studio. All you got to do is press download or free download for Windows. Easy as that. Then we're literally going to go ahead and literally open it up really quick. Now, you're probably thinking, well, as soon as you open this up, it's a little bit of a headache. It's not going to look exactly like mine as well. It's going to come up with a different preference that you would like. Instead of mirroring any sort of like phones or anything like that, literally to put yourself in landscape or portrait. But what I use personally is the compatibility mode, which is a lot easier because the viewers then actually have a chance to be able to either watch it in portrait or landscape. So I would personally go for both just so they have that choice. Now, I've actually just opened up a new scene just so it can kind of look like what yours is going to look like when it opens up for the first time. Now, what we're going to do is you're going to be faced with these two screens here. If you've pressed compatibility mode, you could just follow along, or if you just press landscape, you can follow this one, or portrait this one. It's as simple as that. I personally, like I said, would go for compatibility mode. So you just have these two screens here and they can choose. So the first thing you're going to be doing is adding some sources in. Otherwise, the viewers are going to be looking at a completely blank screen. They're not even going to be hearing any sound or anything at all. So the first thing you've got to do is add in the screen that you want to capture. Easiest way to do it is just press display capture. You've got three different types of captures: game capture, display capture, and window capture. Game capture is a little bit temperamental, I'll be honest. In my personal experience, it's just temperamental. You're going to have to refresh it every 5 minutes. It's a bit weird. Window capture, it's okay, but it doesn't capture any sound or low quality sound. So you want display capture, in my personal opinion. It's going to ask you which screen you want to select. If you, like me, and you have 3 screens, you just got to press the right screen that actually is the one that you're gaming on and the one that you want to capture. Me personally would be display 3. And we press this. Now, automatically, it's going to come up like this, okay? This is the screen that we are capturing. And if you can see here as well, if you notice, it's not capturing my cursor. You do actually have that option to be able to capture the cursor at the bottom. I'm just going to say no for now, just so it's a lot easier to follow along and you don't focus on the wrong cursor, etc. Now, this here, landscape, will automatically fill your page, and that's exactly what you want. However, if you look over to portrait, it's not going to fill your page completely. Now, I'm going to sort out a layout that kind of has been working for me ever since I started streaming on TikTok, and I've had positive comments about it as well. So again, just follow along with what I do. It's down to personal preference how you sort this out, but me personally, this is what I would do. So I'm going to drag this just down ever so slightly, and I'm going to enlarge it just so you can see the center of the screen here, and you're going to cut off the sort of like the 2 sides here and center it. So if you're playing a game, 9 times out of 10, your character or your crosshair are going to be in the middle, and that's exactly what the viewers are going to be focusing on anyway. Now, I'm going to add a camera in, and because I'm using a third-party software to record this, my camera will not appear, but the baseline will appear, okay? So you'll see where the camera is going to go. So to do that, you just go straight back to your source menu. You go straight down to the camera option there, add, and you're just going to select a camera. Mine is the ZVE10, so I've selected that. Obviously, it's not going to come up, like I said. You can change all your exposure and everything like that in here. Like I said, my camera is currently being used on a third party, so I can't actually edit that right now. But you can put borders in there. You can enhance it by upping the sharpness, everything like that. You can also change the green screen options as well. So I know a couple of people in the agency do use green screens to be able just to have the cutout of them, and they can put themselves in the actual game. But me personally, if you're prominent or bold at the top of the screen, your focus is going to be on 3 different areas: the chat, the game, and you. And that's exactly what brings the viewers in. So we're just going to go ahead and add that source. You can see it adds in both sides. What you kind of want to do is you just want to drag this ever so slightly downwards on the actual portrait screen, just because your name, the rankings, etc., and the viewer count is going to be at the top here, and you don't really want to make it too messy to be able to then obviously read what you need to read at the top, and then your face overlapping things, etc. This camera, you can do whatever with. You can place it wherever you want. This corner, this corner, this corner, in the center of your screen if you like. You know, it's quite easy to use when it comes to landscape and portrait. Now that we've got the picture in place and the camera, the next thing that's going to be enticing the viewers in is the alert box. Hear me out. Think about it. As soon as a viewer sends a rose, sends gifts, or follows, for example, it will then shout them out in the middle of your screen. So all you've got to do is go over down to live widgets here, literally just here. And then you can press the alert box right here. You have a different range of alert box to choose from. For example, this is the example that comes up. You can change whatever you like in here. So for example, I've put my subscriber to welcome to the Nibs Nation because that's the sort of little thing that I've gone for. You can change the sound alerts as well. You've got this one down here. And the last one here as well. There's 3 presets here, okay? This is the 3 presets. You can import your own ones as well. I just haven't bothered to just as yet. I will do eventually. So let's go ahead and change the appearance of this really quickly. They've actually added in one more. I didn't realize they did that. But yeah, yellow power. I've never seen that one before. But you can change the layout of how it looks. You can preview it. And that's how... But that's the one I usually use. Just because it's a little... It's soft. It's subtle. It comes in. And it's not too bold on your screen. So it blocks everything out. So that's the one I would use. I'm going to place this here. Now, bear in mind, as soon as this goes into your screen, this is not going to permanently stay there, okay? This will disappear until a follower presses or does anything to interact with that, okay? So it's going to disappear. So let's put this central here, sort of like at the top of the gameplay over on the portrait side. And let's make this a little bit smaller, just so it's not too prominent. That's the smallest it will go, and we'll put it at the top there. So every time someone follows, it will then flash up for 3 seconds and disappear. Nice and easy. The one thing that I would like to note, guys, is if you have display capture on, anything that you put on your main screen will be captured. So please, please be careful. If there's any sensitive content or any messages or information you don't want to be leaked out over anywhere, okay? So just please, please be careful. Now for the audio. Now, there's a lot of people that will slip up on this. There's a lot of people that have actually messaged into the group chat about it, but it's nice and easy. The top one's usually your microphone, 9 times out of 10, okay? And the microphone will usually be the name of the microphone that you are using. For example, I'm actually using a edited software called Voice Mod that makes my voice a lot crisper. So I've had that, and that's at 99, 100%, just so the viewers can hear you. What you are going to want to do is allocate your actual audio, though, the one underneath, and turn it down quite a bit. The audio is always going to be a lot more prominent than your voice, no matter what happens. For example, if you're playing a game and an explosion goes off, it's going to deafen your viewers. Remember to turn that down, because that is going to be a game changer for you. It's just going to change the whole desktop audio, just down to where it needs to be the sweet spot. So I go about 45 to 50%, sort of half it. You can change the, obviously, volume of your alerts here as well, nice and easy. It's just nice and easy. Now, this might not apply to everyone. If you have a standalone microphone, prominently in Rode and Shure microphones, make sure you go down to down mix to mono and click that slider. Otherwise, if someone's wearing AirPods and you speak, you're only going to come through their left ear. As well as that, you can also have noise suppression on as well. You can play about with that. And after you've played about with all of this, guys, you can actually go down to sound check and you can speak into it like so. Sound check. There you go. You can hear yourself. So that works perfectly for me. There's a bunch of different other stuff you could do as well, guys. There's a live goal that you can set. This is usually for followers, subscribers, and gifts. You can edit how many you like in there. I actually need to set this to 45,000 now, as we hit 44,000 last time. That is the sound that's going to come through as soon as you hit that as well. It's nice and easy to use, guys. Like, you can obviously change your sound there as well. And that's your preview. You can always change the appearance to be able to fit your sound alerts as well. For example, this one, it will fit that one. Different ones. If it's Christmas, you can use that one. You catch my drift. So let's go ahead and add one here. And then after that, all you can do is literally just place it in anywhere you'd like to place it, in your own personal preference. Unfortunately, you can't make this smaller on this one. You can make it bigger, but not smaller. It's a little bit annoying. So I would recommend putting it on this one and just stick it sort of like here, in the middle, on the right, anything like that. For now, I personally don't use it. It's down to everyone's personal preference, so I'm going to get rid of it. You can also add images into your stream as well. So if we go into here and then we can actually select a file, let's go for one of these. I actually extracted this one out earlier for you guys, so then we can have a look into this one. We can actually place it anywhere in the stream you'd like, okay? So it could be an image of maybe your cat, your dog, maybe the rank that you are in a game, the placement you are in anywhere, you know, a world record, for example. It doesn't really matter, as long as it's obviously safe for work and it complies with the TikTok guidelines. So technically, really, guys, if I'm honest with you, all you really need to start up with is the camera, the display capture, and the notifications, and they're on all 3. Like I said, the viewers will be able to have a choice to be able to change their perspectives. So all they have to do is either press a button, which will be located if you follow my mouse right about here, or they could just turn their phones if their lock rotate has been switched off. So encourage that, and they will thank you, trust me. So that's how to set it up. Now let's go into the little features of Live Studio as well. Now, if you go over to our left-hand side here, there's a different load of things that we can do. From when this video is made, mine still needs to be updated. There is one more section that is going to be added to it, and a lot of other people will have this as well. But highlights, which is basically clipping the video. So after your video is done, in your highlight section, it will then be placed in there, and you can find it nice and easily without scrolling through the video. The live goal, you can change your live goal, so that will actually appear down where the subscription part is there. So you can either click down here where your subscription is, because there's going to be two little sections here. Or you can press the live goal up here and you can change your live goal. Nice and easy, okay? So you could just select the gift that you would like. For example, let's go for 5 hand hearts. Nice and easy thing to do, okay? And then bosh, it's there. That's gonna be there for the next 3 hours and 59 minutes to be able to complete, all right? You can change it. As soon as it's been completed, it will actually say goal achieved at the bottom, and all you have to do is press there. Subscription goal is obviously exactly the same as well. You can actually edit the subscription stuff as well. You can change the badges, the emotes. I've got some custom emotes on here. Just some mugs of me. It's quite funny. Subscription goal you can change on here as well, but I'll be honest, you can just change it by pressing that. It's a lot easier. And you can change it from sub-only chats and sub-only live as well. So obviously, again, down to personal preference if you just want to speak to your subscribers or make sure that everything's working in order, you know, have a little play about. It is what it is. Quick poll. Nice and easy. This one is a quick poll. So what you do is as soon as you press the quick poll, you tell the chat what you want them to say. So you say smiley face for yes, sad face for no. Press start as soon as you do it. Obviously, I need to be live to do it. You've got a minute, and then the amount of smiley faces will be taken into consideration in ratio with the sad faces, and it will add it up and then tell you on this screen how many was for what. All right? Nice and easy. The text poll is basically the same. All you have to do is literally press, can I play ranked? Do I want to play music in the live? Put that up. Duration for 5 minutes. Yes or no questions. Multi-guest. Again, this is for when you're live and you want to speak to multiple people exactly the same time. Okay. Multi-guest feature is still under the beta section in the TikTok app. So it's going to be a little bit glitchy compared to your phone, but that's obviously normal. Like I said, it's still in the beta/alpha mode. So like I said, that last section that I haven't got just as yet would be the live battle section as well. That live battle section will be able to show you playing the games and your camera at the same time, as well as your other half of the screen is going to be your guest that you're battling at the same time. Unfortunately, I can't show that because my version hasn't been updated just as yet. So we've gone through setting up. We've gone through the little widgets on the side as well. Now, let's go through the little bit more technical side of things. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to press this little cog down here. Now, these are my personal preferences here to your settings. Your resolution's at 1080, probably the max that you can put it at. Depending on the specs of your PC, come to me if you have any questions about it. It's nice and easy to try and sort out. Or, if you don't want to come to me, you don't want to ask any questions, absolutely fine, completely understandable. All you can press is run. Press run at the top here. Allow automatic speed test to optimize your live quality. This will go into your PC and it will test your graphics card, your CPU, your RAM to make sure everything's working in order, as well as your Wi-Fi to make sure that everything is good to go for the highest resolution it possibly can. This is my highest resolution. I've customized it because I am fussy about it. Your audio bitrate should always be at 256 just to get the best sound quality you possibly can as well. And just use your hardware to be able to actually make sure that you're getting the best sort of quality you possibly can. You can also record on TikTok Studio as well. So there's a little section here that says record, and you can see the path file for where it goes. Always says it MP4, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, you are just going to have an absolute ball ache to be able to get it out. There's a record button up here as well. If you press that record button, it will record everything that you do until you press the stop recording button. To all my Streamdeck users as well, I also have a Streamdeck, and you can actually link this app up to your Streamdeck to be able to start your live, stop the live, record, and highlight as well. And last but not least, if you find it a little bit easier, if you have a 100% keyboard and you have all the buttons, the little number pad on the side that you don't really use, you can actually bind those keys to do things within TikTok Studio that is like a Stream Deck. So you have a Stream Deck with you without spending the 150 quid. So what you can do is, all you do is press in here, and then you press the key you'd like to put in, and then it will then automatically bind. because obviously I don't have an 100% keyboard, I can't show you the example, which is a little bit frustrating, I'm sorry. Have a little play about with yourselves. Let's divert our attention to the right over here as well. So this is your chat box. As soon as you go live, the chats are going to come flooding in over this side, okay? You can pop it out to make it bigger. And this little section here is where your gifts are going to pop up. So you can never miss a gift when someone actually types in saying, oh, such and such sent a castle fantasy. Well, you can actually turn around and say, no, you didn't. Because I didn't see it come up in my gift feed. There you go. Your live data is nice and easy to read up here in the top right-hand corner as well. This is the amount of diamonds you receive within a live, the gifters that are in the live, the total views that have passed through or stayed, and the people that press that follow button within that live stream as well as some subscribers that have also subscribed in the live stream too. Now, the little things up here, if you don't really know anything about PCs, then you probably are thinking, what on earth does that mean? The CPU is basically the brain of your PC. How much is it needing to think while streaming? The lower the percentage, the better. Memory, again, the lower the percentage, the better. You can optimize your memory to be able to do it. That is just completely... we have to do so many settings for that. You have to actually go into PC settings and sort that out. It's no. Frame drops, you probably just want to keep an eye on just to make sure that these numbers just don't get too high. As well as encoder FPS, again, don't let that get too high again. FPS should usually sit on 60 or 30, depending on what you've optimized your PC for. I would usually recommend 60 just for the best, but obviously, like I said, your PC specs will determine what your PC is capable of doing. FPS also means frames per second as well, so how smooth the video is for people that don't actually understand technical terms. To be able to start your live up, all you have to do is press the Go Live button at the bottom right-hand corner, and this is where you choose your topic. Press the gaming. I'm going to select Fortnite because that's what I always stream. Ranked with viewers, game ranks. You can also add a little description in here. I've sort of locked mine in now. You can add a screenshot. You've got your moderator pages in here. And as well as that, it's just go over the settings here as well, just to make sure that everything is needed. You can do your sub-only chats and advanced controls as well. Again, I'll be honest, I never have touched the advanced controls because it's so pointless. And then all you're going to press is go live, which I'm not going to do right now. Otherwise, then my live stream is going to think, what on earth are you talking about right now? Who are you talking to? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is TikTok Live Studio. Probably the best way that you could possibly sort it out as well, in my personal opinion. Let me guys know if you have any questions whatsoever. Please, 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 if you need any help with it whatsoever, please come to me with any sort of questions you may have. I am not a scary guy. I'm 5'7" and probably couldn't hurt a fly, okay? I wish you the complete and utter best of luck with your streams, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll see you live.